Rob, there's so many times that you do interviews and people get ready to come on the show and you try your best not to have like act like a groupie.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that in your spirit where you trying your best not to act like
Well,
a
well,
groupie?
you know me.
You know,
Just getting these interviews of the people that we've gotten in the last 2 years. These were some of my childhood. I'm gonna say the word idols, and
yeah,
those deep and spooky people. I mean idols, as in people that you really admire their
yeah,
work, not that you put them before God, but the Sandra Crouches, the Lynette Hawkins Stevens, the Douglas Millers, the
yeah,
Myrna Summers, the
yeah,
Sandra Crouches. These were people that, as children, we loved them and we reverence the work that they did for the kingdom.
yeah.
And this one is no shorter, no shorter, no shorter.
Yeah, I'm glad he's here because I've been having a beef with him for a long
Oh
time with
man,
the
you got a beef
organization.
today? I thought you was
Yes,
gonna be
and
Friday
so I
and be good and be
yeah,
cool.
I'm gonna
You
be
can have a
cool.
beef with a legend
But
like
but
him.
but but they say that if you have an ought against your brother, go to him.
Yeah, but I
And
thought
so
you got delivered.
you know what this was
Jesus,
this is all
help
the
us,
way
Holy
back.
Ghost.
This is all the way back from when I tried to audition via my mind and didn't make the group.
And you didn't make the cut. You didn't make the
I didn't make
band.
the cut. You know what I'm saying? Just want to just talk about that whole situation. We'll
Right.
work it out today though.
Okay, we gonna get you purged and clean, and we're gonna move forward from this day.
Amen. So who do we
Amen.
got with us today, brother?
Ladies and gentlemen, this young man here is a voice that you've heard so many times. You may not have put the face with the name, but you will today. Will You Be Ready is one of the ones that stuck with me all these years for his very distinct and anointed sound. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the lead vocalists, one of the main lead vocalists for the iconic, oh God, world renowned, internationally renowned group Commission. This is the one and only Keith Staten. Welcome to the Wake Up Morning Show with Dr. LT and Robert Earl Dean.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Thank you all. Y'all making me feel good. You hyping it up, man.
Dude, you are somebody. We had Mitch on here about 3 months ago, so God is showing us favor to kind of, and we had Bishop Brooks on here, so we slowly getting
Awesome.
everybody together, and we had Marcus Cole before, so we're excited to have you, man. You are part of the trendsetters. When Commission came along, you guys brought a new sound to gospel. We had the Winans; they were more traditional oriented. Commission came in
Absolutely.
and gave us the R&B flavor, topped with the anointing, and took the music industry by storm.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's been a blessing, an honor. I mean, we were just like I tell people, we were just six young knuckleheads in Detroit, man. That young guys, man. That God chose to use us. We all love music. We all love the Lord. And music brought us together, man. And now we look back, man, what years, and just say, wow, you look back on it and say, of course, when we first started, none of us would have known what God was going to do and how God was going to use Commission to influence gospel and secular music. And so it's just been an honor and a privilege, man. I literally thank God quite often that he allowed me to be a part of this whole process.
Well, let me just go ahead and just deal with my
Get that
beef.
beef out.
Yeah.
I
I
was
was
gonna
I
say,
was I was hoping we could.
yeah. See, I auditioned many years ago. I auditioned in 5 different areas. Roadie, set up the bass and the instruments.
Uh,
Off the on the side, backup singer just in case, choreographer.
Tambourine beater.
I applied for everything to be in commission, and I didn't even get a call back. I don't know if it was because I didn't have nobody's number, and I just auditioned and put it out in
I
the
think it was
atmosphere.
God.
And I was
I
trying
think
to.
it was God working.
I told the Lord, I said, Lord, if you want me to be there, that they'll feel my spirit. But I guess that they didn't feel the spirit. So I just want to know, how can what happened, man? Why couldn't I get even the roadie?
I guess I guess we missed God, man. You were on. You were like right on.
Right.
We missed God. We didn't pick up what God was trying to say, man. He probably was dropping numbers in our head that we were supposed to call you,
Yeah,
and
it didn't come up.
that's funny, man.
Yeah, one of the things I love all of you guys. We've pretty much worked with pretty much everybody in the group at some point or another with concerts and just the different scenarios that have taken place. The only thing I have not gotten here was the commission reunion tour.
We talked about
Yeah.
it not long ago. We're trying to.
Yeah,
Man, we
which-
wanted to bring them to our county fair
Yeah.
at one point.
So my question is:
That would be awesome.
Is the tour still going on? Is it still able to be purchased? Tell us what's going on with that.
Well, as you know, we were going really well. What is that? Right before, what was it? 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And we did the first leg of the reunion tour. Very successful, man. I mean, we were blown away at what God was doing, and we were enjoying it. But of course, the pandemic came and closed everybody down. But now, we are gearing up, man. We're gearing up for some major things. Hopefully, even starting as soon as the end of first quarter, of 23.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of things lining up, scheduling tour, all that stuff is about to jump off, man. As you may know, we've been working on a movie
Yes,
for
sir.
quite some time.
Yes, sir.
And that's really about to kick into high gear
Mm-hmm.
around that time, March, around February, March. New singles about to be dropped. Actually, we redid Ordinary.
Just won't do.
Won't do,
Jesus.
and it's only been out about 2 weeks, I believe, on radio. So it started with on secular radio,
Mm-hmm.
as one of the soundtracks of the movie, and so that's starting to catch momentum and starting to. So in the next couple of weeks, we should have some good numbers and chart numbers and things like that. Then we have new music, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a whole nother world, because I mean, hey, commission, God has been good to us. So
Mhm.
we've been able to have so much music, man, that it's almost like, we could just redo or just,
Correct.
do live stuff, and
Correct.
people love the, music. But
Correct.
of course, God is still speaking to
Mhm.
us. And so, our brothers, man, are doing some amazing writing, and, Marcus Cole, Michael Brooks, Mitchell Jones, all of us are really gearing up, but we have some stuff already laid down
Mhm.
that's about to release, again, around that end of first quarter, around March, brand new
Wow.
single, and then follow it up. And, so 23 is going to be a big year.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, you guys, you need to bring us in, man. You need to talk to us, and we'll connect you with the promoters and all of that,
Yeah.
and we would love it.
So
Come on down.
I'm just like, we don't want to talk to no promoters. We talk to the man right now. But anyway, but here's the thing I want to ask, because this is my last beef with him. Okay, back in the day,
Come purge. Purge out.
we were saved and we loved the Lord, but commission used to always come in town and had everybody's girlfriend, hollering and screaming. And we was looking at them like in the 5 heartbeats when the ladies passed out.
But they weren't screaming for the Holy Ghost?
No, they was like,
Oh,
so
man.
I want to know, and coming out, we most of us are married now, but can y'all give it a little easy on how much swag y'all come with, because y'all make it hard on
Fan
some
base.
people.
They had fans.
Hey, you know what? On that last tour we did, it kicked off with a disclosure. Is that the word? Is it disclosure?
A disclaimer.
Not a
Disclaimer.
Say it again.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I knew I wasn't hitting it right. Disclaimer that, hey, forgive us if you see any clothes that are too tight. This is not intentional.
Right.
We just picked up weight.
Right.
We're not trying to be sexy, man.
Right.
So, man, we're trying, man. we're being intentional, man, trying to keep it young and exercise and eating right, so that when we come out, that maybe it'll be a small, uh, memory of what it used to be in the past, and work it there. But
Yeah, but them vocals ain't changed, Pastor. Them vocals ain't changed.
man, God has been good, man. I'm telling you, because as you get older, I mean, I'm the youngest in the group
Wow.
at 58. I'll be 59. What next month?
Wow.
Yeah. Well, Marvin Sapp, of course, he tells everybody he is the youngest now.
Right.
Once Marvin joined us, he's 3 years younger than me. But we're blessed because, I mean, a lot of people, man, just with their lifestyle, I guess, or whatever, over, when them years come, they start losing their voice and
Mm-hmm.
sounding different.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are getting better, man. These guys are getting, and it's just the grace of God.
But
Just
the
the grace of
hands,
God, man.
but when the hands of God is on you, he has not finished his purpose with you all. Because Marcus Cole, that dude right there, I think is somebody else inside of him singing. I think he has a double something in there.
Yeah, I
Hey,
do
Robert,
too.
Because he's so different than all of you all,
Robert, they
Yeah.
want
but they all
Yeah.
fit in like a puzzle.
Hey, Rob, they
Well,
want.
that's the beauty. That's the beauty of commission, man. In so many, we're all different, and it's just beautiful together. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But yeah, Marcus got something. He dropped his testimony on you guys, right? With the COVID and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the thing, man. I was kind of right there with. We were working on my project
Right.
when we were in the middle of my project when it happened. So
Yeah.
of course, my wife and his wife and we were constantly, and Christian Dentley of Take Six, who also co-produced
Oh
the
Lord,
project.
Jesus.
We were just really, man, going through and praying, and Marcus' wife, Anissa, was just a trooper. I mean, just faith, man. She was just like, we're declaring peace, healed, whole, nothing broken,
name
nothing
of Jesus.
missing. So
Yeah.
she kept us all, and we just,
Yes.
but for me to hear him sing for the first time after that, it just took me out, and it's just like it's getting even better.
Now, when did you start? How old were you when you started, and how did you even get to become a part of commission?
Man, I was well, of course, I say of course, a lot of us start singing in church.
Mhm.
I was a pastor's kid. So growing up, my dad, assistant pastor of a major church in Detroit, Bethlehem Temple, which was really a mega church in the 50s.
Mhm.
And my dad was assistant pastor there until I was about 10 years old, 11. Then he started his own church, which was very successful. My brother, Bishop Staten, pastors that church today.
Wow.
My dad has gone on to be with the Lord.
Mhm.
So I started singing, actually in elementary school. First time I sang in front of an audience at probably about third, fourth grade. And then singing in my dad's church. And then I remember singing at a major youth Michigan State convention in Inkster, Michigan.
Mhm.
And I was 12, and nobody knew I sang. I sang, in school. And at this point, I had to start singing, leading songs in the choir or anything like that. And it was one of them deals where you can just kind of put your name in and sing.
Mhm.
My brother set it up a few days before and for me to sing, and God just really moved. I mean, it was amazing. People were looking like, we thought this boy was just, a little bad boy running around throwing crayons. This boy
Right.
could sing, and it was just a moment. But just continued to sing, man. And at our church, and Carl Reed and I grew up at the same church.
Wow.
Carl Reed's dad was a deacon at our church, Unity Temple. So Carl and I started singing together and formed a group called Sounds of Joy, which was actually supposed to be myself, Carl, and two of my brothers, which one, Stephen, who's the pastor now, and my other brother, Ron. Pastor Steve never made it to the first rehearsal, so he was out of the group.
Mhm.
And then
Out.
Rod sang with us like one time. But then that group, we kind of I began to sing with another group called Blessed, which Michael Brooks and Michael Williams was in that group. And over there, I ended up running into Mitchell Jones, meeting Mitchell at a rehearsal.
Wow.
Yeah, it sounds like one of the Temptation movies, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm at I'm at rehearsal. Mitchell's there, and we start talking. And I say, hey man, I want you to come check out another group I'm singing with called The Sounds of Joy. Mitch comes over to The Sounds of Joy, and he joins with us, Earl and I. So the three of us are singing, and Mitch right away is like, oh my God,
I want a
wait
piece
till
of
you
that.
all meet. Yeah, but he's like, wait until you all meet this guy named Fred Hammond. So we were like, hey, cool, man, cool. Sure enough, he gets Fred to come over. And, Fred comes in with a lot of vision, man, a lot of strength, and never really joined the Sounds of Joy. We said, hey, we decided that, we're going to take it to another level. And that's when we started talking about, hey, let Fred start talking about, let's do something different in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Let's the Winans, who are big brothers
Right.
that we all look up to.
Right.
They're doing what they're doing. Let's kind of switch it up a little bit, and let's be a full group, self-contained group with band and all.
Right.
So, we started feeling that, and everybody's like, let's do it, man. And the rest is history, as they say, man. God just started really moving. And that was in 82. That was 82. I was still in high school, man. I was still in high school. So I was in high school getting home to go to the rehearsals and all that. And then our first project actually hit out end of 84, 85 with that I'm going on. And then
and
it just never stopped.
So I'm going to ask you this question. Y'all from Detroit. And,
yes, sir.
And from the Big D, it seems like everybody from Detroit got a little thug in them.
Uh-oh.
So I want to ask the question, I'm going to sound prophetic right now. I want to ask the question, while you all were on the road, was there ever a time that y'all had to get thugalicious
and get Peace Be Still out
with anybody while y'all was traveling?
and get that Peace Be Still?
They say you get Peace Be Still out, huh?
Yeah.
That's funny, man. Not that I really remember. I mean, he said peace be still. That's funny. I remember we were on the road. This is before we were actually on the tour buses. And we were, you're on the road. You know how truck drivers, I know now, they kind of control the traffic if there's an accident or something. So they'll block you.
Yep.
They will block the whole freeway. So this guy was blocking us, and we would try to go around, and he would do this, and he would jump. And so Detroit being in us, Fred kind of opens the door and say, hey man, you gotta move. And he held the Peace Be Still up like this. Fred was like, okay, God bless you. And closed the door.
Yeah, we've heard about Fred's Peace Be Still, Fred's Camp's Peace Be Still, and Jumpy Keys.
But no, we had, we were from Detroit, and I guess people just respected that. Hey, don't mess with these guys. They're from Detroit.
Right.
I'm sure there was, I mean, we had some, especially starting out young, we had some run-ins with some promoters, that said, hey man, we don't have your money. We don't have all your money. We don't have your money. And we're like, it's 1,000 people. The place seats 1,000. It's 1,000 people
packed out. Packed out.
Be like this, Snooky.
Packed out.
Get them, Snooky.
Say, everybody get on the doors. Everybody get on the doors. Take a door. Don't let nobody leave.
So I'm gonna tell you this. In my booking contract when we started out 27 years ago, I would put a line in there that they would never read, and it said that if you were not able to pay the balance, that we could take necessary collateral to pay the bill. And I had only one person, a bishop, same situation, and he basically did not want to pay. And I started telling my people, okay, we was on the bus. I said, we got enough, put the organ in the bus. I started taking gear out the church, and he reached in the pocket and got the rest of that money. And then I said, okay, y'all, let's go.
That money. He found that money.
Yeah. Y'all, they found it a miracle. Miracle Friday night. Miracle Saturday night. Right.
A miracle happened. Yeah, we definitely had some situations where the money suddenly, but yeah, man.
Now, what happened when my boy Marcus sent you a demo? Tell the truth and shame the devil. He was
don't
17 years
don't
old. What
don't
happened?
pay no attention to Marcus, man. Don't believe Marcus, man. He tells this story. Where I think it says he said we were commissioned. I forgot what city we were in, and Marcus was like, I think 14, and I was I don't know, 19. I don't know, but anyway, Marcus tells this story where he gets on the bus, or he catches us getting on the bus, and he hands me this CD, and well, no, not a CD, a cassette
A
tape.
cassette tape, probably. Mm-hmm.
Cassette tape back in the day, yeah. He says he hands me this cassette tape, and well, he's told the story several times. So the last edition of it was, so I patted him on the head and said, "Thank you, kid," and took the CD, took the tape, and threw it in the garbage.
Wait.
Oh my God!
But it's not.
Wait, that's like a Mean Joe Green,
Right.
with the Coke.
Right.
Did you turn around and said, "Hey, kid"?
Hey, kid, no, but seriously, he does say that he gave me a tape, and then he never heard anything from me or any of us. So I tried to put it off on Carl. I said, that probably was Carl Reed you had that tape
Right.
to.
The other
And
light
Marcus
skin
said,
one. The other light skin.
the other light skin was
Right.
a little shorter, but and then Marcus is like, no, dog, that was you.
Right. Right.
But I told him, I said, well, I guess in my defense, we used to get a lot of tapes handed to us back.
Yeah.
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 But
Everybody
it's
wanted to
amazing.
shine.
We laugh about. I was in the studio with him, working on finishing the project and all, and and we laugh about it. But I look at God and say, wow, this kid was trying to get his tape to us. Now he's in commission. He's
And producing.
me, producing and writing big music for commission, some of the top hits,
Yeah.
What a mighty God.
And that's what I was trying to tell you when I was trying to get in.
Yeah, but God wasn't talking about you.
Oh, okay.
God had something else for you.
Okay, I just want to, all
I had
right.
something else for you.
The Spirit said that wasn't your ministry.
That wasn't my call.
No, you on the usher board or pastor's aid or
You
something.
said
Don't
God,
put me on the usher
God
board.
had
Can I be a
something else for
greeter?
you.
Or greeter.
Okay.
Right.
Welcome.
Right. So now let's go to 1990 when you went solo. How was that? You were used to being with a group of your brothers. Now everything is on you. You are out there by yourself. How did that feel?
And that's a good way to look at it, and a good way to set it up. And we'll get more into that whole thing when the movie comes out.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't talk about it right now. We'll let the movie talk about it. But
Okay.
I think a lot of people have this idea that Keith decided he wanted to do something different. I never imagined being out of the group. Commission never wanted to be out. I wanted to do solo and be in the group, and we'll work it all out in the movie.
Right. Because
But the way you
people
said,
do that.
Go on.
People do that. There are people like
big
Tremaine Hawkins. She was solo, but she was still sing with Love Center and Walter Hawkins now.
Oh yeah. It definitely do. I mean, especially if you're looking at it like this is my main priority here.
Mm-hmm.
This is just, but
Another door.
all to God be the glory, because when I look back now, I see why it went the way it went. And I see why, how God used and took me into an area of work, praise and
Worship.
Just, it's been amazing. And then just being able to, back in 2001, reconnect with Commission with that first tour and recording, and then what we're doing now, it's just all like, hey, I'm blessed. I'm happy that it all came back together,
Right.
But you set it up really well, because that was crazy, man. I remember one of my first dates, and just kind of, I think it was like a Bobby Jones recording or something like that, and I'm kind of getting ready for it, and it just hits me like, man, it's just me. I'm so used to being able to look down and see my brother. That's just like a whole nother. I love doing stuff on my own and worship and that type of thing, but there's nothing like being a part of a team.
Right.
Nothing like looking down, man, and you just being encouraged by what you hear
Right.
and the harmony and
Right.
the brotherhood and
Hmm.
the whole nine, man. I mean, so it was hard. It was kind of really rough, man, because it was like, wow, I'm just
It's
just
really
out
me.
here on my own. I mean, I was blessed to be able to, like, a lot of my travel was my wife and son was able to travel with me.
Hmm.
I did a play for a year. My son was just a little kid, and
Hmm.
then they traveled with me that whole year. And then as he started getting older in school, he went through his first, I think maybe the fifth, fourth grade, maybe third, fourth grade, and then we just, and even the school he was at was a school where it was like a homeschool sort of curriculum and that type thing. So they would be able to, give us all his work when we were on the road, and then
Hmm.
eventually we just said, hey, forget that, we'll just homeschool, because we had the organization that we were
Hmm.
working with and
Right.
give us all the material. So
Right.
that was a blessing that I wouldn't have been able to really do, to allow my son to kind of grow up with me on the road and all
Right.
that. But yeah, again though, it's not like that team, man, and I'm just really excited about what God has done and what he's doing now and what's about to happen,
Oh yes.
for the new year.
So let me ask you this question. This is going to be a black man question. Um, we see all the different groups, secular, gospel, when all these talented, gifted black men come together. How did you guys manage the alpha male syndromes that most of the time pops up in every organization, and how do you all nurture each other through those rough times, when because everybody has individual lives? How did you guys navigate that piece?
Yeah, you're right. I mean, everybody, people in general, but of course men, because we're called to lead,
Hmm.
I'm sorry, we're called to lead our families, and it's just our nature kind of to dominate and lead. Um, so yeah, we experienced it, and bumping heads and all of that, and but again, man, it comes down to just uh, really looking at the goal, looking at the
Hmm.
vision, looking at what we're trying to accomplish
Right.
together. And we're, I mean, it's kind of a shame because sometimes even believers, uh, as believers, it seems like it should be less of that.
Right. Right.
Sometimes it's more of that. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
More of that kind of. But no, we get through it, man. By we're brothers, and I think we're to a place now where now at younger we were working through some things, and we didn't really have mentors there to say, hey, young cats, this
Hmm.
is what to expect. This is what's going to happen. We didn't have that, so we just kind of was working it out as we went.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now we're kind of at that age where we're realizing, man, and we're wanting to be accountable to each other.
Yes.
Mm.
We're wanting to keep the goal and the focus of what we're doing, and just be brothers, man, and love on each other, man, and
Right.
talk it out.
Right.
You know,
Hmm.
we had a meeting just yesterday about some of the upcoming things, and that kind of come up, man. That hey, guys, let's be willing to do business and and not be offended. Let's just be able to say what it is, talk it out, and and let's be brothers.
And the
Because you know
reason,
each other.
yeah.
You know each other, and family, as we know, may have misunderstandings. But I think the attack is on us believers more
Hmm.
because the devil sees, or he wants to stop what
Hmm.
he knows God is going to do for us. So
That's
we
good.
have more of an attack.
And,
That's
and
good.
and I also think that
You're right. That's
yeah,
right.
we as a people have always been pitted against each other,
Yeah.
to fight against each other. And one of the things that is,
Defensive. We in
yeah,
defensive mode all the
yeah,
time.
one of the things I was saying to someone, as a consultant, I work with a lot of different businesses, and there was a business that I was consulting for. The first day I walked in, and the owners were fighting. I mean, just all out, drag out fighting. And I'm like, isn't anybody gonna stop it? They said, nope. If you know what they fighting about, leave them alone. So I took my briefcase and I left.
Yeah.
3 days later, I get a call from them like, "Where are you at?" And I'm like, "Hey, I came up there and y'all was knocking out. I figured this was the end of the company." And they said, "No, we got beef with each other, but we ain't gonna let it hurt our money. Come back in."
With black eyes and big lips and everything, huh?
I mean, they had one dude had a broken arm, one dude had a black eye. It was bad. But to this day, 20-something years later, they're still in business, different wives, but they're still in business. And I'm like, wow.
And it wasn't black.
Yeah, no, but if it was
Praise
us,
him.
You knew that,
my
right?
spirit
You
bared
knew that.
witness.
yeah.
You knew that, because we rolled more of an emotional type of thing.
You slept with my wife?
You did
Oh,
this.
no, you out.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm very proud of you all.
I am
because
too.
you guys have been able to work through some things, but more than anything else, the integrity of the music, the integrity of who you all are individually, still seems to reign supreme. And you're still going to be our big brothers in the industry. You're still going to be that group that brought that different sound, and it blesses us to be able now to see through it all. When we see you all on stage together,
Through it all,
because we've had the individuals,
Yes.
but when we see y'all on stage together, for us,
Right.
it's a healing.
It's a healing
and it's
thing.
a blessing
Yes.
for us.
Yes.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, and I think that's the way it should be. And I feel that I've seen some other groups that had ups and downs, and like you say, when I see them together on the stage, and it's looking good, it's looking organic, they're smiling, it looks real. It blesses me, And I knew that that would be a deal back when the first reunion happened, because there had been some, obviously things,
Right.
and with me and Brooks being out of the group and all that, and but yeah, we get a lot of people. I hear a lot of people say that, man, they just love seeing us together. And Commission has been a group that through the years, man, it's just been, and to this day, I mean, I can hardly go anywhere without somebody saying, you guys got me through a rough, through college, got me through rough time in my marriage, got me through prison, got me to not commit suicide, so I can say that I think mission is accomplished, man, as far as God bringing those 6 young cats together. Whatever happens in the future, we're believing that we haven't even seen the surface of what God wants to do and how God wants to use Commission. But if nothing else happens, man, a lot of brothers have been encouraged, families have been blessed.
Folks
And,
that didn't go to church heard your music
Yes,
for the
'cause my
first time
sister,
and decided
I'm sorry,
to
say
get-
again?
First, people that didn't go to church heard
Say
your
again.
music for the first time and decided that they could go to church and be saved. That's one of the
Say it one more
testimonies.
time. It's breaking up.
I was saying that so many people that didn't go to church heard your music, and it drew them to the church because they didn't know that church had that type of vibe. And once they heard your music, they definitely said, "I can do this."
Yeah, we get that a lot, man. We get that a lot from artists and just people, man, that say, "You guys pretty much saved my upbringing years," because in our home we couldn't have secular music,
Right.
or we didn't want it. We didn't want it. We wanted something that ministered to us,
Right.
But we were used to a certain sound, and you guys delivered both, So yeah.
You guys were commissioned. And when God commissioned you, no weapon formed against you is going to ever prosper. Now they're gonna come, the darts are gonna come, but God will lift up a standard for us and he'll cover us with his blood. And I must say that's all you guys, because you all are doing wonderful things individually. But when you come together, it's crazy. And I believe now with the state of the music industry, gospel is even more receptive. So this time is God's timing, because this is like a second or third win for you guys. And God has allowed you guys to see it in a movie.
Yeah.
A movie would go down in history forever. Even when you guys pass, that movie and other things are going to stand.
That's legacy, yeah.
I tried to audition for the movie too.
Well, God said go to buy a ticket. That's your ministry.
No.
Your ministry is to buy a ticket.
I'm trying to tell you,
to the movies and some popcorn.
I was auditioning to be the role guy. You know, it's like, here you go, Mister. You know, and I still didn't get the part.
But God didn't want you to do that.
Okay.
But he said you could be a blessing by going and buying
Well, you know, I
a
buy
ticket
several
to the
tickets to all
movie.
those events.
Okay, well, see,
You know,
you played your part in the ministry.
wait a minute. You think he'll get us? Can we? Maybe he'll let us go to the premiere, invite us to the
Oh,
premiere.
I'm sure with Marcus on our side,
Yeah,
Michael Brooks, Mitchell, and now Keith, that's 4 of like the 7.
and we could come
can
to the
go.
premiere.
Y'all are in, man. Y'all are in. That's for sure.
Yeah, and let's give a shout out to Marcus Cole. He's one of my
Yeah.
favorite singers.
He's on right now.
This guy has a very distinguished voice. He's raspy, and I'm a raspy singer, so we can identify with people that are similar to us.
The raspy
You know,
brothers.
growing up, I hated my voice, and it took Yolanda Adams to tell me, boy, that's the gospel sound that people try to get. And then to hear Marcus,
That's right.
it blew me away. That's why people never know what their gift does for other people. That's why you got to be obedient, stay in the cut, and follow God.
Yeah,
because you never know.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy. You'll hear that rasp on my new project. We did a duet together. One of the songs that'll come out a little later. Right now, we just, we released the first single.
Yes.
Just released the Christmas single. We're gonna do a few more, but yeah, we have one together that's just ridiculous.
I ain't gonna be able to take it.
So
I ain't gonna be able to take it, brother. I don't have asthma.
I know it.
I don't have
I know
asthma,
it,
but I'm gonna need an inhaler.
This is what I'm gonna ask you. With all this singing going on, does your wife sing?
I'm sorry, say again.
I said, does your wife sing?
Yeah, actually, my wife, she claims that she don't sing now. When people ask that, she said, "No, I don't sing." She said, "If I can't sing like Keith, I don't want to sing." She says that she grew up singing in the choir. She grew up leading songs in the choir on both our local and state level leading songs. We did a duet together in the choir growing up. She can sing, which, so my son, who you'll hear on the project as well. So between my wife and I, my son got that singing thing, and he's amazing. But yeah, she does sing.
Is it gonna be commission phase 2?
You all get that? Am I froze?
Yeah. I said, is it commission phase 2 with your young
with the
son?
cheering?
Say again.
Will your son?
I'm sorry.
Will your son be starting commission phase 2?
One more time.
Will your son start commissioned phase 2?
He's freezing. That's why he's not able to hear us.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we lost him. We're gonna try it.
Okay, I think I'm here now.
There we go.
You got to flip your phone again because you sideways. There you go.
There we go.
So the question
let me
was,
see if this will be.
will your son be starting commission phase 2?
We talked about that. We actually did talk about doing something like that. That's possible, because it's so many amazing singers. Our children, I mean, mainly all of them are amazing. So they, at one point, Anthony and Brianne Hammond, she's married now, but Brianne, Michael Brooks, all these, Jay Brooks, these guys are amazing.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be amazing.
Okay, now just let them know that I'm available.
Yeah, he's available to pray.
Hey, don't forget my
the prayers of the righteous availeth much.
Don't forget my
the
ministry.
fervent prayer. You a fervent prayer. Now I have one last memory before we leave.
That's hilarious, man.
I watched the Chicago Fest on TV years ago, and Yolanda was one of the guests, and you guys were, and that was one of the most profound shows that I had seen. Do you remember that? Do you remember that in Chicago? It was a big Chicago Fest, and you guys and Yolanda were on the bill.
Was it the outdoor outdoor event?
It was indoors, but it was at a big Chicago theater, and Yolanda had a turquoise suit on, and you guys sung.
Wow, man. I don't remember it, but we've always been blessed to connect. Matter of fact, we connected with Yolanda in Houston before she hit nationally.
Yep.
And it was like literally very close to right before she came out, and we were like blown away. But of course, it's always been a blessing to share the stage with her and watch her, and yeah.
And Young Artists for Christ.
Yes. Matter of fact, she came and sang. I sang with her there for Young Artists for Christ. Yeah.
Yes, sir. That she was. You guys were all part of the foundation of that conference.
Yeah. That was Michael Brooks' organization. That was his. He started Young Artists for Christ.
Yep.
So of course that matter of fact, the funny thing is, funny story. Will You Be Ready? That's how we got Will You Be Ready, because Michael Brooks. We had one of the Young Artists of Christ projects that needed one more song.
Uh-huh.
And so he called me up on a particular day and said, "Hey, Keith, meet me in the studio. I want to show you this song I wrote." So he gave me the paper, had the lyrics on it, kind of, told me, played it a little bit of which way it'll go. And I sang through it. Literally, we just sang it how it felt live, just, sang through the song. We heard the song and thought it was something real special. It was for the Young Artists for Christ.
Yeah.
We're on our way out of town with commission, and we let the guys hear it as we're going to some concert. And Fred is like, "You said this is for what?" And
Right.
he said, "Well, hey, we needed this for Young Artists." Fred said, "No, we need this for commission."
Right.
Ended up being the title track to Will You Be Ready album. Yeah. But yeah, so Young Artists for Christ, though, yeah, Brooks, a lot of great artists, a lot of
John P.
amazing people
Key.
come.
John
I
P.
was about to say John P. Key. Yeah, so that was amazing.
Okay, this is gonna be my last
Yes.
question before we talk about your new single. Sleep, Baby Jesus. I was gonna
Awesome.
add Sweet Baby Jesus in the manger by the side of the road, but I didn't do all that. But,
See, that's why you're not in the group.
Yeah.
That's
See
that
that?
right there. That
Now-
spirit right there.
Now I'm getting the revelation.
Come on through.
Of what's
I'm just trying to help.
God
y'all.
was blocking y'all from
help me
this.
to help y'all.
Right.
So let me
That's
ask
what I was about to say. It's a blocking.
God
spirit.
blocked it.
So let me ask you this question. Y'all travel all over
The world.
the world.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you: if I had everybody in the group right now, this is a temptation moment. Remember when they was all around the table and they had all the food,
Yes.
and they start calling somebody cornbread and everything else? If you want to give everybody that you can remember a food title, what would the food title be for the different members of the group?
Man, I'm lost on that.
Okay, what would be your food title of your favorite food?
Oh, it's funny, but it would probably be something with chicken.
I was going to
fried
say
chicken.
fried chicken.
We're gonna call
me-
it smothered chicken.
Which is funny. I'm vegetarian now, but
Oh wow!
Him and that Dawkins brother.
Yep, that's right.
Lord
He and I,
Jesus.
matter of fact, we were working on some stuff for the movie, and he and I were the only.
Kick. I did it for 1 year, and that was all that they wrote for me. But it looks like we got a freeze all the way around right now.
No, I see him, but he must have it on pause or he's muted.
Yeah, but no, we actually are having an issue there. I think we're reconnecting.
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Okay. All right. Well, now let's talk about this new single.
Yeah, man. So you hearing me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
sir.
hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So right, we just released my new Christmas single like 3 days ago. Sleep, Baby Jesus. Amazing song. Powerful. I just would love for everybody to go check it out. It's out now anywhere you buy your music, streaming. My man Marcus Cole wrote this song years ago, and he said, "Man, I want you to listen. Shoot you the lyrics of it and check it out, man. Let me know what you think." But I wrote this years ago. Man, this song is amazing. I mean, it's powerful, and I love the music. It kind of moves. It's really melodic and it's amazing. So yeah, man, just excited about it. and hope everyone gets to check it out.
Well, we're going to debut it here, but before
Right
we
here.
do that, we wanted to tell everybody how they can connect with you, you know, how they can get some for turkey from you or whatever, you know.
The Impossible
told.
Burgers.
I never should have told. Yeah, now that's my jam right there. Not Impossible. The Beyond.
Beyond.
Beyond is my jam.
Beyond
yeah,
real beef.
Amazing. Beyond, right.
Right.
See, I never
tastes like
should have
it.
mentioned. I should have never mentioned to him that I'm a plant-based guy.
Well, he
'Cause
tried
now he's
it.
gone.
No, I
He's
was a
gonna
vegan.
ride.
He was
I
a vegan for a year.
Because
Oh, were you?
Dr. James Jazzy Jordan is a part of our team here, and so he got us all. So we eat more plant-based than we've ever did before.
That's
and
good.
it's the best feeling you've ever had when you get to that point, you know. And then chicken popped up in my life, you know. And,
Popeyes.
You know,
Well,
yeah, Popeye
hey,
and
man.
Bojangles changed my life again.
Just do like me, man. Hey, just say, hey, once or twice a year, I'm gonna do it just to keep it alive, you know.
Keep
Yeah.
yourself
But
clean.
yeah, I'm on year 8. I'm on year 8.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, when you come out here, we're gonna give you some of the best vegan food because you know this
Because
California.
it's San Diego, too.
You know we
One
got
of the
surf and
Oh, I know,
turf. Yeah, we got it all.
It's got the stuff.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm
Yes.
looking forward to it.
Yes.
Amen. So we want to know how can they find you, connect with you, and then we want you to introduce your song. We're gonna rock it here.
Yeah, first of all, let me say I appreciate you guys, man, for doing this, for interviewing me. Had a great
We
time.
honored.
I appreciate you guys, man. I feel the love. I feel like you guys are really seriously commissioned,
Yes, sir.
you know, family.
Yes, sir.
And thank you for taking the time out and to push my project, and push all of us. And man, we may even work up on getting my man a position in this movie, man, or
Yes, sir.
Well, dreams do come true.
seriously. No, but on all sincerity though, man, I appreciate you guys very much. You can reach me, keep in touch with at keithstaten.com. That's my website, keithstaten.com. And then on IG, Keith Staten, Facebook, Keith Staten. And, you know, just kind of keep up with what we're doing, what's coming out, and even, you know, even information with commission as well on my website as well. But Sleep, Baby Jesus, as I said, Marcus Cole wrote it. I loved it. This song, man, this is like my third Christmas song ever, I believe.
Right.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite, man. But Sleep, Baby Jesus.
And before I do this, can you let your son know that we would also like to get an interview with him? Because we love generational things. And so anytime that he's ready, hit us up, and we'd like to interview him because I love to talk to the kids of the artists that are now being artists.
I love that. I love it. I appreciate that, and he will gladly do it. And he's actually going to be working on his own project soon as well. So that'll be good. I appreciate that offer.
All right.
Yes.
Here we go.
And he need to make sure we find out who is the booking agent for your tour, because we've had a hard time getting that together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Will do.
With that in mind, this is none other than the incomparable Keith Staten, the song Sleep, Baby Jesus, period. Nothing else.
Period and point blank.
Nothing
Right here,
else.
OGOD Radio 1.
.com.